All right, so let's talk about the song Glory to Glory. This is the fun, dancey song on the record, and it's in the key of D. I have my Super Bowl on for the intro, which is kind of this like palm muted staccato part, and a little bit of verb and delay. It sounds like this. So nice short, plate, bright, verby thing. You'll hear when I palm mute the notes that the reverb kind of sounds like a breath behind the guitar part. So here's what that sounds like. So it's a really easy part. I'll turn off the delay in the verb so you can hear what I'm doing. But just really simple on the third and fourth strings. It goes like this. And then back with the reverb and the delay. That goes throughout the first verse and the intro. And then we hit a chorus, which is a down chorus, so I'm out. So before we go into verse 2, we have a little octave hit, just on a D on the second and on the fourth string. And I'll play that and then go right into the part, which is the same as before. All right, so this is where the song gets a little more complicated. I'm trying to find like a cool poppy hook. I kind of just started experimenting with things, and lately I've been really into these whammy pedals. And essentially what they do is they can add notes or send notes up an octave, down an octave. They do all sorts of crazy things. But the way I'm using it is just as an octave up. So here's my dry signal, and you can see with the pedal down, it's just, normal guitar range. But if I move the pedal up, it takes everything up an octave. So I play a hook that goes like this. That's the hook without the whammy, but if you add the whammy, it sounds like this. Little confusing, definitely a little tricky. You have to have a lot of hand-eye coordination to kind of pull it off. But if you have a whammy, it's really fun to sit down and practice and learn. Or if you're looking for a cool octave pedal to maybe experiment with, the whammy is a great option. All right, so before I show you how to play the part with all the overdrive and delay and reverb and such on, I thought I'd show you guys that don't have whammy pedals, ways you can play the song. So a lot of worship guitar guys have this pedal called a Pog, and mine is the Pog 2, so it's a little more expanded than your micro Pog or the other forms of them. But you can achieve the same thing. Essentially, all you really need to do is have just the octave up signal. So on your micro Pog or whatever the even smaller one is, you'll just want to take the dry and the sub octave and turn them all the way off, and then take the octave and kind of match it to unity gain. So that's kind of how I've set this this one up. I have the dry octave and all the other octaves off, except for the up octave. and then I'm just not using the attack or the detune. And I keep the filter down just a little bit so it's not super harsh. But if you'll notice, like, so here's the whammy. Obviously, like, the whammy has the glide thing. So it's a little more fun, a little vibier, but you essentially need just that octave up. So you can do that with the Pog too. So all you would do instead of sliding your foot up, you could just turn your Pog on at that setting. And it kind of does the same thing. It's not quite there, but it's ballpark. And if you don't have a Pog or a whammy, you can always just play the part as it is, and it'll still sound great. It's just that effect gives it a little bit of an extra pop and feels really, really fun. All right, so here is the chorus part. I've turned my kilt back on, and my reverb and delay are the same as they were before. From there, we go to the bridge, which I bring the whammy back down so we're in normal guitar mode again. And I'm using 2-note chords on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. It starts with those 2-note on the 2nd and 4th string, guys, on the 4, and goes like this. I switch to that. It's basically like a D chord, but only high up, and I'm only using those 2nd and 3rd string. The next voicing, I'm going to leave my index finger there. I'm going to use my pinky to grab that note there. And then I'm going to do a little descending line that follows the vocal. Put it all together, and it sounds like this. So at the end there, all I'm doing is hitting that D octave again and then taking the whammy up and back down just for a little effect. After that part, we're into a down verse that then builds into a big chorus. So all I'm going to do is fade in that verse part and then go right into another chorus, like so. So to outro this song, I just walk down the end of that chorus part and hit a big 1 chord. So here's what that sounds like. And that's Glory to Glory.